the next phase of your water consciousness.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. We appreciate each and every one of you on today's show. We got lots to talk about, some interesting news as well when it comes to several things, including the pox. I know a lot of you are starting to do some research and probably seeing what Biden said about us being serious about pox and monkeypox and all the poxes that are coming out. Lately, I think there's a few poxes out as well, and I go, oh no, what are we doing with this? So let's help each other stay safe and stay alive and stay, of course, aware that these things are all happening, and then we could be ahead of it. We got Jesse Sanchez over there. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning.
Yeah, lots of things going on. I know you got a fun weekend. What happened over in your area of the woods?
I just relaxed. Took a chance to watch a movie on Disney Plus. Do you remember the movie Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers that I said was gonna be released?
Yeah, I love Chip and Dale.
Yeah, when I saw the trailer, they were making it in like cartoon in the real world. So I was very hesitant. My expectations were low on this movie, so I wasn't really sure what to expect with it. But I watched it, and I'm not going to lie, I love it.
Really? All right, I'm glad. I want to see that. And that's on Disney Plus, you said?
Yes, but people got to remember, this does not follow the cartoon, okay? The cartoon is involved, but it's really weird, and it has a very, very Who Framed Roger Rabbit vibe.
Okay.
Because you know how like the cartoons mingle with the humans, and we know they're cartoons, so it's got that feel to it.
Got it. Live action and like rescue, all.
Yes. What it is if you want, I could read the plot for you.
Yeah, please do. I want to see it.
Okay, so apparently in a world co-populated by humans and cartoon characters, Chip and Dale are actors. Okay, so their whole Rescue Rangers thing, that was just a job for them. And so this takes place after the show was canceled, and they're like 20 years later, they're grown up, and something happened and they have to get back together and solve a crime. So I'm trying not to spoil too much, but it was actually really fun, especially with some of the cameos that were popping up in there. Yeah, I was really surprised by a few of them. I'm surprised Disney put that in their movie. So it was a bit shocking to me. So I'd say it's very adulty. So, but it was fun.
Well, I will say this. I've been wanting to see it. I'm not going to say I haven't because I saw a poster and I said, whoa. You got Seth Rogen as one of the cast members, J.K. Simmons, Andy Samberg, John Mulaney as Chip. So obviously, and Zipper, you got Corey Burton, you got, Captain Putty, and several others in it. Do you think there's going to be a sequel?
Oh, you know what? There could be a sequel because it was the way it ended. It could very well be a sequel.
Okay, all right. I hope so. It got 7.2 stars out of 10. And when I grew up, not gonna lie, I kind of go back on this, and I think they should kind of re-enliven them the way they look. I don't like it when they do like new animation, but this kind of went back to the animation that I actually like because I love animated flicks. Animated flicks are like, I don't know, I just like them. And when it comes to Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, it was part of the, for those that don't know, when we grew up, it was kind of part of the afternoon special, right? You remember that, Jesse?
Oh, yes. I remember things like the Rescue Rangers. They had like Tailspin.
Yeah.
And so many other shows I can't even remember right now. But yeah, it was a great time. Back when actually you can turn on the TV and cartoons would be there. But it was funny because everyone's all like, why is one 3D and the other is not? They actually explained it in the movie, and it's quite funny.
I'm seeing that now. I'm actually looking at the poster, and I'm kind of thinking about that. I'm like, wait a minute. Let's see. Wait, which one? Okay, Chip is the one with the dark nose,
Chip,
and Dale
yeah,
is the one with the red nose.
Yes.
Yeah, also known as Rudolph and Dale. But fun stuff, fun stuff. But look, for the kids, I say fun, I say adventure, I say action, I say excitement, I say all the things that I think are needed, especially to kind of keep safe and stay safe, right? And I say good job. So again, download the app. It's available, Disney Plus. And Disney Plus, there's a couple other shows to watch, too. What else should people look out for? Because I've been thinking about getting it back, because I know Obi-Wan's coming up on that, right?
Yes, Obi-Wan is coming out, I think, next month. And I think so is She-Hulk coming out soon, Captain Marvel, or not Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel. So there's a lot coming out. And Disney Plus actually has quite a bit of stuff to watch. Even they have, like, documentaries and stuff from... National Geographic, I think.
Uh-huh.
So, but no, yeah, there's plenty of stuff. You can go watch the Mighty Ducks, the TV series.
Yeah. No. You know, I'm happy about this, and I'm glad you gave it 2 thumbs up, because sometimes I say to people, hey, you want to watch something animated? They're like, if they have kids, they'll watch it. But I say, have a kid heart, and then you have everything, right? Some people don't like watching like animated flicks. I'm like, oh, all right. So I feel weird. Like, I'm not gonna lie. You know what I went to go see by myself? Sonic the Hedgehog. All right. I saw that recently because I saw the first one, and I saw it when there were others to watch it with at the appropriate age, right? But I was there by myself, and there were families all around, and I'm like, God, I feel so stupid for watching this around other people, right? Because it would have been like good as a date, or maybe as like, you know, with other kids around. That you know, as like if you have uncle duty, that's a good uncle duty to take the kids to, right? Because Sonic was awesome, by the way, for the kids.
Yeah, I haven't watched part 2 yet, so I'm still.
I recommend it. 100%. Okay.
Well, definitely, because I love the first one. It was so much fun.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. The first one I didn't know I was going to like. I remember when they had the bad character design, and then they reimagined it to the right way, and then it became really good. And it's just fun. It's a fun well, let's put it this way. The families were happy, the kids were happy, the parents were happy, the adults were happy, and if you got happy family, you got a happy life, right? So I say, if you can, take the kids to go see it. It's especially for those that like the video game, even at our age. Sometimes you'll see older ones there as well, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm not the only one, right? But it's still weird for me. I don't know. I'm like, I need Uncle Duty again. Then it would make sense. But anyway, there you go. So you got Rosalie Huerta tuning in, saying good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. All right, for those watching, by the way, I want to say a happy day. I'm so excited. The book. Oh, and thank you, Jesse. I know you reposted it on your Facebook profile. Thank you for kind of letting people know about the books, which are coming out. Let me get one of them really quick here. One's right next to me. This one is now at Barnes & Noble, official. All right, so Barnes & Noble, it's official right there. You can check it out. It's a great story, honestly, for everyone. And it's a butterfly story. It's available on Barnes & Noble. You can go actually order it right now for $14.99. Very easy. And you know what? Even if you don't order it, I need reviews. So if anybody's kind of seen the beginning part, you had like a good review, I need reviews. All right. So if you do that, that would be great. Just review there, and then we'll figure out the rest. The other book that I have, which is coming out soon, is about a whole other topic, also for the kids and also for the family, especially for the people who abuse others. Okay, it's called A Good Man, and I got to revise a little bit of it. My mom and I were going over it like we did with the butterfly story, and honestly, we were kind of like, okay, well, I could add this, I could take this away, I could add this, do this, and so this was coming out soon as well, and they'll both be coming to Amazon. So I posted the links there. Again, Jesse and a few others actually shared it with their friends. I appreciate that. And again, it's a good book for the kids. And like I said, I got other books coming out too. There's a business book coming out soon. That's really good. That'll get a lot of businesses started, I think. There's a series of those, about 3 or 4, depends on where we are in the stream of time. But depending on what we do next will be what we do, financially, because there's a lot of financials not adding up, and people are suffering for it. So there you go. All right, we're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we got more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
driver in the family? Just bought your first home? Have a new bundle of joy? Every life change matters, and by reviewing your insurance policy with Little & Sons Insurance Services, you could be benefiting with big savings. Little & Sons Insurance Services, a family-owned insurance agency who values the old-fashioned way of doing business. They work for you, not an insurance company, meaning your best interests are at heart. They can custom tailor your policy based on specific needs at a price you can afford. Home, auto, or business, you're covered. Call 1-844-9-LITTLE. That's 1-844-9-LITTLE, or go online to little, the letter N, sons.com. That's littlensons.com.
Here's to your health with Joshua Lane. Ideas you can use to be healthy and stay healthy. The current thinking about beauty, fitness, and longevity. Every Tuesday and Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Wellness talk you can use. Here's to your health with Joshua Lane on KMET, naturally.
Summer's almost here, and you know what that means. Sunny days and hot temperatures that make you want to stay inside. Franklin Mechanical Systems can repair or replace your air conditioning unit to get it working before the heat hits. For cleaning, repair, or a new installation, call them for a free estimate. Franklin Mechanical Systems is the one for all your residential and commercial air conditioning needs. Call their Beaumont office at 951-845-1000. That's 951-845-1000, and get cool today.
We're in the studio with Fred Penny, managing attorney with Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers. Fred, tell us what makes you the #1 choice for handling personal injury cases.
Most of our firm is made up of former insurance company trial lawyers with extensive experience handling all types of personal injury matters. We believe that gives us a distinct advantage.
That's Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to pennyandassociates.com or call 1-800-616-4-LAW. That's 1-800-616-4-LAW.
When you want the best performance for your vehicle, think only of Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont, right off the I-10 and 60 freeways. Check out Scott's complete list of performance products on their website at hdrinfo.com. Scott's Headers and Mufflers can recommend ways for your car or truck to get better gas mileage and cut down on emissions. Need your car or truck to pass smog only? Go to Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont. Find out all of your questions on vehicle performance by logging on to hdrinfo.com. Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont, hdrinfo.com.
Welcome back. It is the morning show here on the ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Don't forget, we're also available on your Alexa app. It's simple, easy to have. Just say, I want to listen to KMET 1490 AM. Of course, you got to say her name. I don't want to say that because I don't want to start up all your devices. We got Jesse Sanchez over there. Jesse, what's going on in the world?
Oh my God! Hey, there was another smash and grab job, at a jewelry store.
Oh God, another one. Where's this one at?
Yeah. Do you know what? It feels like it's getting even more common.
It
Huntington
is.
Beach. Yes, except for these ones actually fought back at the jewelry store. So, employees of a jewelry store in Huntington Beach fought back when a group of thieves attempted a smash and grab heist on Sunday. The attempted robbery took place around noon at the Princess Bride Diamonds jewelry store. Oh, God, that's an awesome name. In the Bella Terra Shopping Center, according to the Huntington Beach Police Department. That's just awesome. Surveillance shows 4 hooded suspects, of course they are, entering the store, and then one of them pulls out a hammer and begins smashing the display case. Yep, the hammer is the weapon of the day, right?
Weapon of choice. Home Depot's like gotta start tracking those people seriously. You gotta pay with credit, no more cash.
Oh yeah, I've seen tons of videos where people literally just run into Home Depot or Lowe's, get like an item, snip it off, like, because sometimes they have like a cord around it. Yeah. They'll just snip it and just walk out. Nobody does nothing because they can't.
Yeah. I say this. Look, be careful. If you see anybody with a sledgehammer, especially with a hoodie, usually it's the hoodie of choice. Have you noticed that? Hoodie, face mask, and then sledgehammer. I don't know where they hide the sledgehammer or if they drop it along the way, because I would think fingerprints, do they wear gloves? I think some of them wear gloves, right? They're pretty much on that. LAPD Detective Moses Castillo said, this is the first time I've seen anything like this ever recorded. He must not be watching the news because it's all around, huh, Jesse?
Yeah, he must be not. Not like us. We watch the news all the time, so we have all these little things that we watch. But yeah, No, it's happening everywhere.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
The good thing is the employees, I guess, were successful in their fight, but one of the employees was struck with the hammer. This is where I say let the insurance and let the cops deal with it. I'm not gonna lie. In our area, in which is actually a nice area. Okay, I grew up here, which is next door to us where I live, Montebello. Okay, Montebello had a 7-Eleven where two guys kind of dogged each other, and then one got mad, pulled out a gun. The other guy got mad. He pulled out his gun, and they start shooting at each other in the 7-Eleven, Jesse. All right, and this is in a fairly nice neighborhood. I went and investigated the area because I'm like, okay, what can I find out? Because everybody knows sometimes I do bounty hunting. Okay, so but my point is this: why is it a situation where everyone's going next level when it comes to violence? Why, Jesse? Why?
That is a good question. And you know what? I think I've seen the video for that where like he's exiting the store, somebody else is coming in, they have a little chat, and there's like a shootout within the store, correct?
You got it. That's the one.
Yes, I saw that. That was absolutely crazy. And the dude that was running in the middle trying to get to safety, there must have been a guardian angel watching him to run between the crossfire. Oh my God.
Yeah, they call it a wild shootout, Jesse. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of like, what happens next, right? This happened on Saturday, April 30th, before 10 p.m. Okay, and again, it's in the nice neighborhood of Montebello. For those that know Spanish, it's the beautiful mountain. Okay, and it's a nice area. It's not the shady part of town, which there are some shady parts of town in certain areas. I went and I saw the area, and I said, all right, and I saw the 7-Eleven, because sometimes they say, reward if found, right? And I'm like, okay, obviously this person shops here. It must be a local, so kind of went in the area, kind of look for like, some obvious points to see if, the guy is in there. I guarantee he's like down the street. But according to this, a video was posted, shows the shootout unfold in front of several customers. Now, what Jesse said is very true. Okay, so imagine for a minute, you're paying at the register, right? And to the left of you, there's always like the area where people go for the ATM, right? Or the they get some cash from there, or on the side where the newspapers are at, right? Kind of in the front of the building. That's where these two guys dog each other, and then they get into it. So you're paying, unaware what's happening. All of a sudden, you hear gunfire. So everybody, like, they duck and they cover and they go to the back. But the way these guys shoot, it's like, how did nobody get hit, And they blew out the windows. I don't know how no one got hit, Jesse. So back to what you say. I'm like, if there was an angel there, oh my goodness. Thank you for keeping everyone safe, right?
When I saw that, I was like, oh my God, these people must be stormtroopers because they hit nothing.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, like, oh my God, at least if you're going to own a gun, go to the range and get some skill.
Yeah.
Every bullet that you fire, you're in charge of.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just scene. I'm like, oh my God, that's I'm walking in a liquor store or something like that. People are crazy.
Yeah, no, not gonna lie, Jesse, they are crazy, and that story was crazy as well. And it came up on our YouTube video. My mom and I were watching, and I'm like, wait, that's in the area. So I had her call a Fred who actually works for the police department. I said, hey, can you get some more information from this? But anyway, we have yet to find out any information. My point is this: you got to be safe, all right? Whether you go shopping, this is like, like I say, a nice area of town. And I hate to say that because a lot of people go, what if they shot? I mean, it can't be that nice. And I say, yeah, that's true. You're not wrong. But at the end of the day, here's the information for anyone who knows the area. Customers who were checking it out are seen immediately ducking for cover as multiple shots are fired. The clerk is seen hiding underneath the cash register. That's what he did. Montebello Public Information Officer Michael Chi said it's unknown what sparked the shootout. It's unclear if the two men know each other. And I'll tell you this, it's gang related, guaranteed, okay? These guys have hats. Granted, it's more like the Dodger hat thing, right? One has white, the other has black. Remember the Spy? Remember Spy versus Spy? Do you remember what I'm talking about? It looked like that, Jesse.
One's wearing dark clothes, the other one's wearing light clothes. Yeah, oh my God, that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, it does. It's like spy versus spy. And Michael Chi said, miraculously, no one was injured by the bullets or the gunfire, but the suspects do remain at large. And it's true. Like these guns, I don't know where the bullets went, but thankfully, because these guys are just like shooting each other, no care in the world for the other people, right? No care. Like, so if you were in harm's way, paying for maybe a soda or maybe like a snack for your kids, these guys do not care. That's why I say you got to get them off the streets, right? You got to get them off the streets. It says the gun battle has left workers at the store on edge. Yeah, I believe it. Store cashier Javier Romero says, I could have been back here. It's a really scary thing. You just hit the floor, pray that you don't get hit. Now, I did go back. He wasn't working. I think the owner was working, just so you know. I don't think he can get anybody to work there right now. Romero says he hasn't worked. Oh, he hasn't worked when the shooting happened, but he saw police surrounding the area. Let's see. He said, I couldn't come in because the cops were around everywhere, but from what I heard, there were two people having an argument, and they started shooting each other. Anyway, if you have information, okay, we need help here in our own backyard. Detective Five Coat. That's his name. He's probably going by... Everyone's going by names that they don't want to be identified. Montebello Police are asking anyone with information to contact Detective Five Coat at 323-887-1247. Again, if you have information, okay? Now, here's the one, and I knew it. Oh, man, Jesse, I'm gonna catch you in on this if I can. Or you could call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS. 1-800-222-TIPS. I guarantee they're offering a award for this. It's got to stop, but it's gang-related, guaranteed. Because in the area... gangs have started back to tagging and graffiti and like making their mark. So I know Lomas is back, and some of the gangs in the area are back, and these guys dress like gang members. So you got to be careful. You got to watch your six, like I say, and you're just at 7-Eleven doing nothing harmful. You're just getting some soda or some, chips or whatever you get, maybe a hot dog, right? Sometimes they have pizza, and you just got to watch the area. If you see or feel a suspicion of people, honestly, go on that, okay? Just go on that. I've had that moment several times, and I'm always ready for something. So I'm always, like, watching around me. Does that make sense? And I look at how people's character are, no matter where I go. I'm just that guy. People used to say, why are you so like that? And I go, I don't know. It's just a thing. I don't know what it is. But I'm especially that way now because, back to what you were saying, if you're in a jewelry store and you see guys with hoodies come in, that's a thing. When you're in a store with phones, that's a thing. When you see sledgehammers, just walk away. There's nothing good about a sledgehammer. Now, if you have a gun, I get that. Shoot them in the foot. Okay, that's what I say. But if you are gonna approach them, don't approach them. Back to that shop employee. Are they hurt because of the sledgehammer, and what if it's a major concussion? What if it's something, because sledgehammers can, everybody's seen The Purge, right? You've seen it, right, Jesse?
Yes, I've seen it. While sledgehammers are strong, they are very slow, unless you're strong enough to wield it.
Yeah.
So I kind of understand. I mean, I'm just tired of seeing these people do all this stuff and nothing gets better. It just gets worse.
Yeah, and that's my point. You got to be careful at the end of the day and be aware that if it happens to you, stay safe. Okay, stay safe. A big shout out to Don Vargas. Haven't seen Don around for a while. Thank you for tuning in. Stephanie Reed says, hello, happy editing and on my home. From visiting my sister in Florida for the scores. Awesome, busy day ahead for today. Awesome, you're safe. We're glad to have that. Okay, we're going to take a quick little break. We'll come back with more, including the virus. There's some information underreporting, which we've said has been happening. The surges are really high, by the way. They're looking at the numbers now. They're like, how did we not see this coming? So be careful out there, okay? Everything we say, again, warning. All right, we'll be right back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
Does shame, guilt, and martyrdom play a part in holding ourselves back from self-love, self-confidence, self-empowerment? Ambika Waters is back. With over 3 million books sold, she offers her 28th, Releasing Shame, Guilt, and Martyrdom. Her body of work includes training programs held in Europe and North America, where she connects her participants to the realms of angels, the importance of chakras, the healing power of color and sound. Ambika Waters, the journey that she has been on, the renowned teacher, artist, and healer, has brought a lifetime of experience to her newest book, Releasing Shame, Guilt, and Martyrdom. How to reframe the past, release your future. The guide to expanding our capacity for unlimited goodness. AmbikaWaters.com. Amazon.com. Love, love, love.
Take KMET 1490 AM with you
Hey,
everywhere
Jesse,
you go.
put another minute on.
Free smartphone apps found on the KMET
Jesse.
website, KMET1490am.com. You can also go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your phone to download the free app. Now you can listen live or play any of your favorite programmers' podcasts using your smartphone. Go to KMET1490am.com and download your free phone app today.
Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions is now Beaumont Pharmacy with a new location at the Sundance Corporate Center. That's at the corner of Highland Springs and 8th in Suite 110. Of course, they still have Pack Your Meds. No more counting out the pills, dropping them on the floor. Oh, what a mess. And they have a full selection of pharmaceutical CBD. Wheelchairs, over-the-counter meds, you name it, they've got it. So if you're looking for the best and you want the best pharmacy, you go to Beaumont Pharmacy at their new location, 835 North Highland Springs, Beaumont Avenue in Beaumont, California, Suite 110. Give them a call, 951-845-8252.
Hey, Mark's here. We want people should know about the new Italian radio show on KMET. Like my Uncle Vinny used to say, Gumbas non stunad.
SID, there is no such words in Italian.
Forget about it. Tell them about the show.
The Italian Radio Show, presented by West Coast Italian Radio.
Mondays at 4 p.m. on KMET 1490 or stream us live 24/7 from our website at WCIR.biz.
Make sure to tune in.
You don't want that we should have to tell you twice.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio KMET 1490 AM. We appreciate each and every one of you. Lots of news in the world, including this. The numbers are kind of starting to get staggered, and what that means is people are kind of now paying attention to something that has been kind of around, but kind of the news has kind of been not as it was in 2020, right? Some people are ahead of it because they're looking at the news in a good way, but sometimes you have to search for the information, which I say be aware of it. That way you know what to do next, right? Because if you're not aware of it and it comes up in your area and you have a emergency and you need to be at the doctor, well, are you going to get a hospital bed? That's kind of the situation right now. The coronavirus cases have doubled across areas of California, including Riverside and Santa Barbara counties, as well as the Central Valley and Silicon Valley. Hey, Jesse, I'm going to do a quick little thing. We're going to go back to a little break because I got a little bit of a cleaner on the outside. For those that don't know, I do my show virtually. So I'm going to close the window so we can concentrate. All right, I'll be right back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Join Yvette Walker every Tuesday at 4 o'clock p.m. on KMET ABC News Radio, 1490 AM, FM 98.1, and Internet KMET TV for the Southern California Business Report. The show is dedicated to highlighting successful businesses and the individuals behind them. Yvette interviews the incredible enterprises that range from awe-inspiring sole proprietors to world-renowned organizations. The Southern California Business Report, Tuesdays at 4 o'clock p.m.
Hey, rent because you think you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you renting because you don't believe that you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? The Siegel lending team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel lending team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com, license under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio KMET 1490 AM. I appreciate your patience there. Of course, whenever you ever have that, Jesse, where like you want to sleep in on a day and all of a sudden the cleaner guy kind of comes and like the loud roar of his machine. You're like, oh man, not right now. You ever get that?
Oh yeah, I've had that a couple times. Yes, I do not like it, and but it has to be done, so I don't complain.
Exactly. So for those of you watching, again, I appreciate you. Sometimes I give courses on how to produce your own show. I know a lot of people podcast. I say, why podcast when you can actually be on the radio? There are areas and ways you could do that. I'm talking to a few people that want to produce their show on our station, and I'm hoping they do come as well. So if you're interested in doing your own show as well, just let me know. I've been able to put a few people on program with us and others as well. And I just say, hey, if you need information, I consult and I can get you there and I can get you all the way. I had a conversation with someone that we're going to have probably in about a week or so who are going to do their show from Orange County. So nice area of Orange County, and a very interesting subject. Kind of a show by women for women. Really good show, and very, very smart with what they do. And we'll be speaking with them around the corner as well about some other really cool stuff when it comes to the face. Some things that you can do to keep yourself youthful and looking well. And even if you're not youthful looking well, they got other treatments that are very, very ahead of time with hydrotherapy and also with laser therapy. And not the kind of laser like when you think of like them making an incision or doing anything kind of weird to you. It's just kind of like red light and like tightening, toning, and firming certain areas or problem areas. Sometimes people don't understand what happens to the face and certain wrinkles without like collagen. She was actually against collagen. I was like, wow, that's interesting. And so I was like, all right, well, what other way do you do it? So she kind of showed a little. I didn't really get to see a lot, but I thought, okay, well, we got to have you on the show. We got to talk about that. So that's coming up around the corner. Super excited about that. But she has friends who are models, and she has a lot of friends who are models. So she knows what it takes to kind of, like certain women, how do I say it? At a certain age, every woman knows, okay, they kind of start looking at their lines, right? I say, I don't mind. I don't care what lines you have. At the end of the day, you earn them, right? But some people are like, no, if I have therapy, then I'm going to do that. Some do chemical peels. Some do advanced therapy. Some do, I remember I dated one lady who didn't like her peach fuzz. So she went and she actually had it lasered off, kind of like it called electrolysis, right? And I'm like, why are you doing that? It's fine, no big deal. She's like, I don't like the mustache I have. I go, you don't have a mustache, that's peach fuzz. That's normal, right? Anyway, since then, I'm like, should I get electrolysis? Because I know a guy that actually used to do it for himself, so he didn't have to grow hair back. He didn't even have to shave. I was like, smart. And he was Swedish. But my point is this, whatever you do, again, there's therapies out there that are safe, that are really ahead and very advanced. And we'll talk about that around the corner. Super excited about that. She's actually been following us for quite some time on the show. And so she's like, hey, how can I get the word out about my new therapy that is really advanced and really good and really great for the skin? Including they have other ones that are like good for your tummy. Like women that know if they've had a pregnancy, sometimes there's a thing as loose skin is what they call it, or they call it all kinds of things. I've seen, I go, that's normal. But sometimes men are not aware of it because you look at like, models on Instagram or on Facebook or on Twitter, and you go, well, they have tight, and other women go, yeah, they didn't have a baby or 3, right? So, stretch marks are a thing. So they help with all that. They kind of reduce that, and it helps people with that. Even if you have weight or you lose weight all of a sudden, sometimes there's droop skin is what they call it, or droopy skin. And there's a way to tighten and tone and firm that as well. That way you could be ahead of it. Because sometimes people are like, I don't want to lose weight because now I have all this loose skin. Even guys have that. I remember having a friend, he's like, what's this little belly thing? Because I lost a lot of weight, but now I still have this. It's basically you lose so much weight so quick, the skin doesn't have a chance to kind of shrink, because the skin does shrink with your body. You just have to lose it appropriately at the right time. If you lose it all of a sudden, the skin kind of says, dude, I'm right here, what happened? Right? So as you kind of go, the skin kind of tightens, tones, and firms, especially when you apply certain creams and certain therapies. But if you just lose a little at a time, there is no droopiness that happens, because the skin kind of expands when it needs to, and then it shrinks when it needs to. You just have to kind of let it catch up to the amount of weight you lose. So that's kind of the answer there. But yeah, so there you go. All right, back to the virus. Okay, let me bring this up because, again, this is something that we've been talking about. And the reason it's a problem is because the underreporting is happening. And they have several issues of why it's happening. Some news outlets are finally reporting that. And I say this, when you have at-home tests, you already are not going to have the right amount of numbers out there that they used to have. Because it used to be, you get it tested at the facility or at the hospital or at the testing sites, right? Now they have at-home tests, so you don't have to do that. So if you're a positive on that, the only way they know you're positive is if you go into the doctor, then there's a mandatory test, right? Then they confirm it. But if you don't, then they don't know, really, in essence. So there's that. Then there are hospital numbers. Now, the hospital numbers are up. They say the increase is 63%, bringing the case rate to 231 for every 100,000 residents. A rate of 100 and above is considered at a high rate of transmission. Now, I will say this. The numbers across the U.S. are high. Okay, the daily numbers are about 100-some thousand. All right, and again, that's the U.S. Now, when you take it regionally, that's kind of more important than not, because in some areas, and I've always said this, you have to be careful. Like in LA County, the numbers are up, okay? So they're higher than normal, all right? According to this, hospitalization rates, while increasing for the last 4 weeks, remain low. Hospitals in 2 of California's most populous regions, LA County and San Francisco Bay Area, are not under strain. The rate of new weekly coronavirus positive hospitalizations has remained at a fraction of the number seen in New York and some other East Coast cities. However, they are reporting an increase. So when one increases, the other increases. Now, like I say, pay attention. Nobody pays attention. I wish they would. Is a slow roll. It's not as quick as alpha and or beta. Alpha and beta got you in the hospital within like 3 to 4 days, okay, because the breathing was really a bad problem. Is kind of like a slow roll. So you think you're fine, you think you're well, and you think you'll get better, and then 8 days later, you're like, what's going on? That's when you should definitely admit yourself to the hospital, right? I already had a few people die when they didn't rush themselves to the hospital, or they did just barely on time. Then you want to make sure that the hospitals do the right thing and they do the right treatment. There is a pill for it, so if you ask about it, I would ask and then get ahead of it so that it helps you with your immunity before you get intubated. Nobody wants to get intubated. I think at the end of the day, even if I got coronavirus, I'd be like, you know what, just let me die. I'd be like that. I'm not going to lie. Because I don't want to be intubated, right? Nobody wants to have a tube down your throat. I wish there was like a better way for them to give oxygen to your body. I feel like the tube down the throat is kind of like archaic. Don't you think, Jesse? Isn't there a way? Come on, tell me there's a way.
If there was a better way, I would like to know.
Mm-hmm.
Very painful, and I would freak out if I had something stuck in my throat.
Yeah, I just feel there's a better way. I just don't know what it is yet. But okay, so at the end of the day, that's where we're at right now. Okay, so is it gonna get worse? I say I don't know. I hope we get ahead of it, but don't get the virus and then wait to find out. Okay, let's just don't. Okay, because it's still around. There was a report, and it was interesting. Someone was saying, everybody's lax more. Everybody's acting like it didn't exist. So certain areas, they're mandating, again, I say encourage, but whatever. People hate the mandate word because they go, I don't want to be controlled. I go, I don't want to be sick, so I'm fine with it. But it's this. They're wanting people, if you go on the public transit service again, to wear a mask. Okay, so they're saying mask up. Okay, that's because the numbers are up. So when they pay attention to the numbers, they pay attention to what happens because one leads to the other. It always is that way. But like I say, since is a slow roll, it'll happen in the next 3 weeks. Okay, then we see the numbers really all of a sudden peak, and you're like, what happened? How come we were all right with it? Now I will say this: we're a little delayed. When this happened in March of 2020, they put a lockdown. When we see it in around June, we're going to say, why? Because it's summer, right? So people are going to be like, no, I want a vacation. No, I want to be where I'm at. So I say this, be careful along the way, okay? Just remember what we say here on the show, and we say be safe, practice distancing, practice social distancing, practice safety. Again, if you got to disinfect things, just be aware and alert. And if you have to see the hospital or go to the doctor, then do it. That way you save your life, right? So that's all we're saying with that, okay? I'm not going to go all next level and be like, mandate masks, blah, blah, blah. Because at the end of the day, you could be masked up and still get it. I'm still the one to say that. But at least reduce your chances, right? And then, it's kind of like people that wash their hands versus people that don't ever wash their hands, right? Which one would you shake the hands with, right? But then they say, well, don't shake hands. Just, you know what I mean? But which one would you want to prepare your food, right, Jesse?
Oh, my God. Yes, the people that prepare my food, please wash your hands. People that at the restroom that don't that don't cook my food, still, please wash your hands.
Yeah, that's my point. Okay, and then there's this, okay? And this is for all the people that are wondering about the vaccine, okay? Now, we keep saying this, and I've seen several reports that kind of they kind of miss it. They go, oh no, the last 2 are good. If you have those, then you'll be ahead of it. And no, once it's out of your system, it's out of your system, okay? It doesn't build antibodies, no matter what they say. I know you're going to quote several news outlets and this and that, but talk to the doctors, talk to the pharmaceuticals, and then see how long it lasts. It lasts anywhere from 5 to 6 months, okay? Just remember that. Now, according to the latest information, Pfizer, they're calling it Pfizer 3-dose COVID vaccine, 80% effective against symptomatic infection for youngest children. The vaccines for youngest children are expected to be available in June or July. Now, I will say this. I have a question here, Jesse, and maybe I missed it. The latest Pfizer, and they came out with Moderna, by the way. Johnson & Johnson hasn't been out due to certain things that I think they're holding back, and some things that came out about, certain clots. But on the latest one, Jesse, why is it available for 50 and over and now for kids, but not for those in the middle? Or did I miss something?
You know what? I don't know. Now you're making me question things.
Right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong,
No,
Jesse?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm starting to question it now.
Right? Because they say, okay, it's available for kids. Did they miss the ones in the middle? Anywhere from, let's see. Okay, so look, I'm not going to lie, this is good for the kids. In long-awaited data, Pfizer said its 3-dose vaccine was 80% effective against symptomatic infection among children 6 months to under 5 years old. Okay, the company cautioned estimate was preliminary and could be adjusted as more data is collected. The trial isn't big enough to estimate protection against severe disease, which experts expect to be higher. Now, for all age groups, okay, this is what we're talking about. Vaccine efficacy against more mild breakthrough infections waned in the face of the highly transmissible variant. Told you, it's not good against all the way. Efficacy against severe disease and death remained high for most age groups. Pfizer announced in December that it would not move forward with a 2-dose vaccine after disappointing data, instead opting to say 3 doses for this age group. Got it. Okay, so now they want 3. The company will submit the new data as part of its ongoing rolling submission to the FDA. Anxious parents, for those, the Pfizer news offers reassurance that the vaccine helps protect young children not eligible for vaccination. I will say this. I'm glad they're doing 3, not 2, because what that means is it's not as high a dosage. I always say this. Give the appropriate dosage to the kids. So if it's 3 for kids, I say good. Okay, don't balk at it, all right? Does it mean more trips to the shot guy? Yeah, unfortunately, and that's sad for kids. But at the end of the day, is it better dosage for the kids? The answer is yes. Okay, you don't want to give all that to a kid because it's too much too soon. Okay, and they're getting smart about that. So I say, yay, Pfizer. Okay, that's a good idea. But what's happening in the middle for the rest of us, Jesse? I still don't see it.
Right? They probably think, oh, they're good. They got their immune system up.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I think they're just more worried about the elderly, the young, and people who are immune compromised.
I can see that. But I think they missed the rest because they usually do, right? They do the at risk. Then when those are all administered, then they go to all, and then they do the children, which I say do the all and the children. But I will say this, at least they're ahead of it with the 3 dosage for kids, right? But for the rest of us, is it a 2 dosage? Is it a 1 dosage? Because for my mom, it was a 1 dosage. It wasn't 2 dosages, So I'm kind of wondering what's going on here. I mean, there are people in my age group that are getting on, man. So I'm just saying, but, don't know what to say about it. All right, Jesse, what else is going on in the world?
Oh, my God. There's a lot of stuff going on in this world. It all depends on what you want to talk about.
All right, let's do the right thing. Let's talk about something fun.
Okay. Well, this actually, I'm not sure how to feel about this. So Marvel actually has the rights to Stan Lee. His image.
Mm-hmm.
So people are saying, oh, they're going to CG him or add him to movies and stuff like that.
They've already done that.
Yes, I know. That's why it feels wrong. I'm the fact that they own his image. It just feels weird.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Kind of like Tupac.
Yes, kind of like that. And it's just I love Stan Lee. I would rather have somebody else do cameos throughout the whole Marvel series, throw in Deadpool or something. But you know what? Let the man rest. We love him. Just let him sleep.
Well, okay. I'm going to challenge this for a minute and see what you think really quick before we get there. Ghostbusters. Was Ghostbusters awesome when they brought the guy back?
Oh yes, it was for as a final goodbye. It was absolutely perfect. They did not have him say one word, which is what I loved. They didn't need to say a word. It had heart.
Okay, so my point is this. I think what you have the problem with, and I have a problem with, is this. Who profits from it? Does the family profit from it, right? Because he makes an appearance without making an appearance, right? And or do the companies profit? Now, if the companies profit without the permission of the celebrity, then I say, okay, there's a problem there. But if they say, look, we're going to pay the family what it would be if he were in it or alive, then I say, all right, then you're doing the right thing, right? Otherwise, you're just using a image of a person like you or me, and I would want my family to be taken care of, right? My closest of kin, right? That's what I would want, right? But I don't know how that works for Santa. I'm pretty sure he would have had it in the agreement of something. But at the end of the day, I know he put himself in all of those as a requirement. That's why he makes a cameo in all of those. But they kind of go on with that. And so I see why they do it and why they've done it. And it's kind of like a nod like good. But I don't know. I think it's a question to ask ahead of time. But there you go. We're in the world of digital, so who knows? All right, people, we got to take a huge break. We'll see you tomorrow, and we'll be watching more around the corner. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everyone.